With the help of a funny story today, we will learn addition and subtraction of numbers. Appu once asked Bunny to rear his sheep. Appu had a total of 568 sheep. A week later, when Bunny returned in the evening with the sheep, Appu found that 127 sheep were missing. When Appu asked Bunny about those 127 missing sheep, Bunny told him that a wolf came daily to the mountain area where he took the sheep to graze, and the wolf ate 127 sheep in a week. Appu is wondering how many sheep he is now left with. Can you help Appu find how many sheep are left with him? To know the number of sheep left with Appu, we will subtract 127 sheep from 568 sheep. We will write 568 and 127 this way using 100, 10 and 1 digit places like this in the place value chart. What should we do now? On subtracting the digits 8 and 7 in the ones place, we get 1. What do we do next? Absolutely correct. From 6 tens, subtract 2 tens and we get 4 tens. And finally, when we subtract 100 from 500s, what do we get? 400s. As we had calculated, Appu now has 441 sheep left with him. Appu gave Bunny his 441 sheep to graze again. Bunny returned after a week with Appu's sheep. This time again Appu felt the number of sheep were less. When Appu counted, he found that this time there were 135 sheep less. Upon asking Bunny the reason, he again gave the same story of the wolf. Appu was sad and now he was wondering how many sheep he is left with. Can you again help Appu calculate? To find out the total number of sheep lost, we will add the number of sheep went missing the first time to the number of sheep missing the second time, that is 135 and 127. What do we have to do first? Yes, by adding 7 ones to 5 ones, we get 12 ones. How will we write 12 ones? That's correct. Using the carryover method, 10 tokens of 1 can be written as 1 token of 10 as 1 in the tens place. And now how many tokens are left with us? 2 tokens of 1. Now how many tens do we have? 6 tens. Now on adding all the hundreds, what do we get? 200s. Appu lost a total of 262 sheep. This time, Appu asked Bunny to come a week later to take the sheep. That week, Appu went to the market. There he saw one of his sheep with Gagu. Only Appu had one and only black sheep in the entire village. So, he quickly recognized it. Upon asking Gagu, Appu got to know that he had bought the sheep from Bunny. Now Appu came to know that his sheep were not eaten by any wolf. Rather, Bunny was selling his sheep in the market for a good price. Next week, when Bunny came to take the sheep, Appu hid amongst the sheep. Appu caught him red-handed as soon as Bunny came to the market to sell the sheep. Bunny apologized to Appu and returned all the money he got by selling his sheep. Children, today in this lesson, we learned an easy method of adding and subtracting of numbers. We will see few more interesting examples in the next lesson. This lesson, we learned an easy method of addition and subtraction of numbers. In this lesson, we will see some interesting examples of the same. All the traders of the village used to visit the city often to sell their goods. On the way to the city, the sun was very harsh and there was only one tree on the entire route. All the traders would rest in the shade of this tree and then walk towards the city. One day, Appu was going to the city with 250 boxes of sweets from his shop. Like all the traders, he slept in the shade of the tree to take some rest. When Appu woke up, he saw that he now had only 31 boxes of sweets. When he looked up, he saw that there were lots of monkeys on the tree eating sweets from his boxes. Earlier, Appu had 250 boxes of sweets and now he has only 31 boxes of sweets. Can you tell how many boxes of Appu's sweets were taken by the monkeys? How do we find out the number of boxes the monkeys had taken? We need to subtract the number of boxes Appu was carrying with him from the number of boxes left with Appu. We will write 250 and 31 using 100, 10 and 1-digit places in the place value chart. Is this correct, children? We have 0 ones. Can we subtract 1 from 0? No. What do we have to do now? Absolutely right. To find a solution to this, we will use the borrowing method we learned in the previous lesson. We will borrow 1 tens out of 5 tens. Now we have 10 ones and 4 tens. If we subtract 1 ones from 10 ones, how many remains? 9 ones. If we subtract 3 tens from 4 tens, how many tens remain? 1 ten. And finally, subtract 0 from 200. Then what do we get? 200. The monkeys took Appu's 219 sweet boxes. Babban was very clever. He had heard from the villagers about the mischief of the monkeys and had thought of a plan. The next day, Babban took a few hats and set out towards the city. He deliberately slept under the same tree. When he woke up, he realized some of his hats were missing.
He looked up to see the monkeys were wearing his 115 hats.
And he had 208 hats left with him. Can you tell how many hats did Babban have with him earlier? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Here we have used the method of addition. Babban previously had a total of 323 hats with him. Babban now put his plan into action. He knew that the monkeys would surely imitate whatever he does. So he took off his hat and threw it on the ground. Babban's plan worked. Whatever he thought, it happened. Seeing Babban throwing his hat on the ground, the monkeys also threw their hats on the ground. Babban immediately collected all the hats and proceeded towards the city. Thus, Babban taught the monkeys a good lesson. From that day, the monkeys never bothered anyone. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some more interesting examples of addition and subtraction of numbers. In the next lesson, we will learn some interesting facts about it. Children, in the last lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of addition and subtraction of numbers. In this lesson, we will cover some common mistakes related to this. In the village, anyone who has any doubt in mathematics goes straight to Uncle. Today, Golu Panda also reached out to Uncle with a doubt. Golu Panda is telling Uncle that today morning Babban came to his dairy to get milk. He gave Golu rupees 192 and Golu was to take rupees 65 from him. Golu could not find out how much money he would have to return to Babban. Golu had written the question like this. Golu dear, you have written this question wrong. While subtracting numbers, we always have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. To show this, we write the larger number above the smaller number. Here the larger number is 192 and the smaller number is 65. So, we will write your question this way. Now we can solve this very easily using the method of subtraction. Uncle explained to Golu. Children, can you solve this? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Babban has to return an amount of rupees 127. Golu was very happy. Children, can you tell which of these additions is correct? Yes, you got it right. This addition is correct. But why is this wrong? Absolutely right. Here, while writing a two-digit number 32, we have written the digits in the wrong place. In which place should we write 3 of 32? Tens. And 2? Exactly, in the ones place. Children, remember, while writing any number, you must take extra care to write its digits in the correct place. Golu understood his mistakes and is happy to finally solve it. He promised Uncle not to repeat those mistakes while adding and subtracting numbers. Children, we hope that you too will not make these mistakes. In this lesson, we saw a few common mistakes related to addition and subtraction of numbers.
Let us quickly learn to add and subtract the double-digit numbers while moving around Bunny's house. Bunny's mother has hidden something special in these rooms for Bunny. To find out what it is, we have to solve some addition puzzles. On solving the last puzzle, we will find the hidden objects. Let's get started. First, we will go from room 24 to 34. We can do this one step at a time or in 10 steps like this. Is there a shorter way to go from 24 to 34? Yes. In this way, we can jump up and move from 24 to 34. How many steps is the jump from 24 to 34 equal to? Yes, this is equal to 10 steps. We can also write this as 24 plus 10 equals 34. Do you know an exciting thing about Bunny's house? If we jump up from any room, we can move 10 steps forward. That is, add 10. In the same way, if we take 2 jumps above, how many steps will we add? "20. 3 jumps up, 30. In this way, one can easily add 10 with every jump up from any room number. Can you tell me how much is 12 more than 33? Because now we know how to take a jump of 10. So why not use Bunny's house to find out how much is 12 more than 33? What do we have to do for this? Let's jump a long 10 from 33, then go 2 steps further. We reached 12 steps ahead of 33. 45. In this way, 45 is 12 more than 33. Children, can you solve this riddle by using the rooms of Bunny's house? How many jumps will he have to take this time? Oh yes, we will first take 2 long jumps and reach 20 steps ahead to reach 91. And then, absolutely right, 3 steps further ahead and 23 steps more than 71, we will reach 94. In this way, adding 23 to 71 would give us 94. Wow! We found what was hidden in the house. Bunny's mother had hidden toffee for Bunny in the rooms of the house. Children, you too can make a grid like Bunny's house and then try to find the answer to this puzzle. Children, in this lesson, we learned the easy way of adding 2-digit numbers. We will learn more about this in the next lesson. Let us learn the method of adding 2-digit numbers quickly. Come children, let me tell you a story. One day, a crow was thirsty and wandering around in search of water. Just then, he saw a pot of water far away. The crow was very happy and flew to the pitcher. But the poor crow became very sad. The water in the pitcher was very low. The crow's beak could not reach the water. The crow got an idea. He thought that if he puts stones in the pitcher, the water in the pitcher will rise up and then he will be able to drink the water easily. The crow set out in search of stones. First, he went to his friend Bunny Rabbit. Bunny gave him 21 stones. Then he went to Gaggu Hippo, and Gaggu gave him 15 stones. Can you tell me how many stones in total does the crow have now? Let's learn one more method of adding two-digit numbers quickly. We can write 21 by adding 1 and 20 like this. And in the same way, 15 can be written by adding 5 and 10. Now, we will write two-digit numbers together and one-digit numbers together like this. Now, we will add the two-digit numbers. Add 10 to 20 and it becomes 30. And now, we add 5 to 1. We have 6. Finally, by adding 6 to 30, we get 36. Oh yes, the crow has collected a total of 36 stones. The crow put these 36 stones in the pitcher and he was happy to see the water level rising up. He immediately inserted his beak into the pitcher and tried to drink the water, but the water was still very low. The crow left again in search of more stones. This time he went to his friend Appu Elephant. Appu is very strong. He gave altogether 42 stones to the crow. The crow was very happy and flew towards the pitcher. He was wondering if he now had enough stones. Come on, let us find out how many stones does he now have in total. The crow had a total of 36 stones, to which he will add 42 stones given by Appu. We can write 36 by adding 6 to 30. And in the same way, we can write 42 by adding 2 to 40. We will now write the two-digit numbers together and add them. Add 30 to 40 and we get 70. We will write the one-digit numbers together and add them. Add 2 to 6 and we get 8. Lastly, we will add 8 to 70 and get 78. Yes, the crow has collected a total of 78 stones. The crow put the stones given by Appu into the pitcher. The water level came up. The crow was very happy and dipped his beak into the water and was able to drink the water. He drank water from the pitcher and happily flew away to his house. Children, in this lesson, we learned the method of adding two-digit numbers quickly. We will learn more about this in the next lesson. Children, we will play a fun game and let us try the method we learned in the previous lesson. Some puzzles are written in this house. Can you solve these puzzles by the method of quickly adding two-digit numbers? With the correct answers to the puzzle, that part of the house will be filled with color. Well done, children! Did your house also get colored on giving the correct answers? Come on, children, let us learn another interesting method of adding two-digit numbers. Let me tell you another story. Once there was a very good crop in the mango orchard of Babban. He called his 3 friends to take mangoes. Babban gave 25 mangoes each to his 3 friends. He then decided to give mangoes in a very unique way. He had filled mangoes in a big bag. He told his friends that he will take out mangoes from the bag using a box. Whatever is the number of mangoes that fill the box will be given to his friend. Bunny thought that if he takes mangoes in the end, there may not be any mangoes left for him, and so he was the first to put his bag forward. Bubbin dipped the box in his big bag and took it out filled with mangoes. There were a total of 31 mangoes in the box. He put these mangoes in Bunny's bag. How many mangoes does Bunny have now? Come, let's add this together. Bunny had earlier got 25 mangoes. Now he has got 31 more mangoes. How many mangoes does Bunny have now? To find out, we will add 31 to 25. Let's learn one more method of doing this. We can write 31 as 30 plus 1. Now we will add 1 to 25. So now how many? Yes, 26. This is very simple. To add 30 to 26, as we learned in the previous lesson, we can use a grid like this one we saw in Bunny's house. In this way, Bunny has a total of 56 mangoes. Bunny is very happy that he did a wise thing by being the first to take the mangoes. Now, Appu put his bag forward. Bubbin once again put the box in his large bag and filled it with some mangoes. This time a total of 44 mangoes were in Bubbin's box. He put these mangoes in Appu's bag. Let's see how many mangoes Appu has got. Appu first got 25 mangoes. Now he has 44 more mangoes. How many mangoes does Appu have now? Let us add 44 and 25. We can write 44 as 40 plus 4. Is this right, children? Now we will add 4 to 25 and this will be 29. Lastly, how much is 29 plus 40? Absolutely right, 69. Appu got a total of 69 mangoes. In the end, it was Golu's turn. He put his bag forward. Bubbin told Golu that all the mangoes left in the bag were his. There were 51 mangoes left in the bag. Bubbin put all the remaining mangoes from his bag into Golu's bag. Children, can you tell me how many mangoes Golu has? Yes, Golu received a total of 76 mangoes. Golu very patiently waited and decided to be the last to take the mangoes. Children, you must remember that good things come to those who have patience. In this lesson, we learned another interesting method of adding two-digit numbers.
We will learn the process of subtraction of two-digit numbers by writing them horizontally. One day, Raju and Bablu went to Chanda's flower shop. One garland of Chanda had 25 yellow flowers and the other garland had 14 red flowers. Bablu asked Raju, "Raju, Can you tell me how many more flowers are there in Chanda's yellow flower garland than her red flower garland? Raju scratched his head and said, "No, Bablu, I cannot tell." Then Bablu wrote the question on a paper in this manner. Raju could not understand anything. Then Bablu told him, "Raju, find out how many more flowers are there in Chanda's garland of 25 flowers than in her garland of 14 red flowers. We have to subtract 14 from 25. Now I will write 25 and 14 as tens and ones in this way. If I subtract the 4 ones of 14 from the 5 ones of 25, how many ones are we left with? 1 ones. And now what should we do? Absolutely correct. If we subtract the 1 tens of 14 from the 2 tens of 25, then how many tens will we be left with? 1 tens. In this way, Chanda's yellow flower garland has 11 more flowers than her garland of red flowers. Did you understand, Raju? Raju still could not understand clearly. Can you explain that to me with another example? Raju said to Bablu, "Let's go to Appu's sweet shop. I will give you another example there." When Raju and Bablu went to Appu's sweet shop, they saw that Appu had 36 jalebis. Then Sher Khan bought some jalebis from him, and now he has 12 jalebis left. Bablu wrote a question like this on paper and asked Raju, "Look, Appu had 36 jalebis earlier. Now he has 12 jalebis. We have to find out how many jalebis Sher Khan bought from Appu." Children, can you answer Bablu's question? Let us do this together. What we are going to do first? Yes, we will write 36 and 12 as 10 and 1 token like this. Now we will subtract the 2 ones of 12 from the 6 ones of 36. How many ones are we left with now? Yes, we have 4 ones left with us. Now finally, if we remove 1 tenth of 12 from 3 tenths of 36, then we will have 2 tenths left. We have thus got our answer. Sher Khan had bought 24 jalebis from Appu. Bablu also explained the process of subtraction to Raju in exactly the same way. Raju became very happy. He said to Bablu, "Bablu, I have understood. Now I will be able to solve the subtraction sums easily." If that's the case, then let us go to the fair, and this time, why don't you solve some subtraction puzzles for me? Bablu said to Raju. Raju and Bablu went to the fair. Let us see what mischiefs they do in the next chapter. Children, in this lesson, we learned the process of subtraction of 2-digit numbers by writing them horizontally. Lesson, we will see some interesting examples of subtraction of 2-digit numbers by writing them horizontally. Today, Raju and Bablu are walking in the fair. Raju is excited that he has now learned subtraction and he can now solve any question. Raju and Bablu went to a shop to burst balloons. There were a total of 50 balloons. Raju started bursting the balloons. When his turn got over, 11 balloons were left. Bablu asked Raju how many balloons he had burst. Bablu immediately wrote this question on a piece of paper. But Raju started thinking because he could not understand how he could possibly subtract 1 ones of 11 from 0 ones of 50. Children, do you think this is possible? Let us see how Bablu solved it. Bablu took a paper and told Raju, here we have to use the borrowing process. We will borrow 1 10 from 5 tens of 50 and thus make 10 ones. Because we borrowed 1 10, we have 4 tens left now. Children, can you solve this further? Yes, we will subtract 1 ones from 10 ones and we will get 9 ones. And finally, if we remove 1 tens from 4 tens, we will get 3 tens. Raju became excited after learning this new process. Oh wow! Raju burst 39 balloons. Bablu found the solution to this question just like us. A laddu eating competition was happening in the fair. Raju and Bablu also participated in the competition. Raju ate 32 laddus and Bablu ate 41 laddus. Now both are fighting over who ate more laddus and by how many. Children, can you answer this question? Wow, children, you have solved this correctly. Bablu ate 9 laddus more than Raju. Raju and Bablu kept wandering in the fair and solving the questions of subtraction. Children, you should also find such questions of subtraction around you and try to solve them. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of subtraction by writing 2-digit numbers horizontally. Children, in this lesson, we will look at some common mistakes that are made while subtraction of 2-digit numbers. One day, while walking around, Bhola and Golu Panda reached the confusing village of mathematics. A lot of treasure is hidden in the village. But to get it, they will have to solve the confusing puzzles of this village. They saw this subtraction written on a tree. Children, is this subtraction correct? You guessed it right. This subtraction is incorrect. Will Bhola and Golu be able to solve this correctly? Let us see. Bhola observed that in this subtraction, 3 ones of 23 were being subtracted from 4 tens of 47. Another mistake has been made by subtracting the 2 tens of 23 from the 7 ones of 47. Now Bhola erased this wrong answer and subtracted the 3 ones of 23 from the 7 ones of 47. Then, after subtracting 2 tens from 4 tens, he wrote the answer as 24. Children, is Bhola's answer correct? Yes, Bhola's answer is absolutely correct. As soon as Bhola wrote the answer on the tree, lots of golden flowers began showering down the tree. Now Bhola and Golu saw a well. This puzzle was written on the well. Children, is this subtraction correct? Yes, there's a mistake in this subtraction. Can you identify the mistake here? Absolutely correct. Here we cannot subtract the 6 ones of 36 from the 5 ones of 85. So, we have to borrow 110 from the 8 tens of 85. In this subtraction, by borrowing, 6 ones have been subtracted correctly from 15 ones. But after borrowing the 110, they forgot to reduce the 8 tens to 7 tens. So children, what will be the correct answer to this subtraction? Yes, the correct answer of this subtraction will be 49. Golu erased the wrong answer and wrote this correct answer on the well. As soon as Golu wrote the correct answer, a whole lot of toffees flowed out of the well. Golu ate a lot of toffees. Now Golu and Bhola were tired. They wanted to go home. But the exit gate was closed and there was a puzzle written on it. Can this puzzle be solved in an easy way? Let us see how Bhola and Golu find a solution to this problem. Bhola has a grid full of numbers. Children, have you seen this grid before? Yes, this grid is exactly like Bunny's 100-room house. In this puzzle, we have to find the number which, when subtracted from 67, will give 36. Bhola first took one jump down from 67 on the grid, and thus by subtracting 10, he reached 57. Now he made another jump down and then subtracting 10 again. So which number did he reach? 47. Absolutely correct. Now he finally took another jump and reached 37 on the grid. Children, now how will we reach 36 from 37? Yes, we have reached 36 by walking one step towards the left. In this way, using the grid, Bhola went 31 steps back from 67 and reached 36. Bhola wrote the number 31 in the blank space. As soon as the gate opened, there appeared a shining car in front of Golu and Bhola. They sat in the car and returned home happily. Children, in this lesson, we saw some common mistakes that were made while subtracting two-digit numbers. Hello children, we have learned a lot of methods for adding numbers so far. In this lesson, we will learn to add mentally. Long time ago, there was a famine in the village. Everyone was suffering from hunger. Then one day, suddenly a vine appeared in the middle of the village. The vine was very thick and tall. It was going so high that it was going high above the sky. There was something special about this vine. A math puzzle was written on each of its leaves. Many people tried to climb the vine, but every time they slipped and fell down. Then Meenu got an idea. She saw a puzzle written on the leaf of the vine. This was the puzzle written on the leaf. Children, can you find the answer to this puzzle mentally? Yes, using the method of addition we have learned, we can solve this quickly. First, we will add 3 to 25. We get 28. Now if we add 28 to 30, we get 58. See how quickly we solved it. Like what we did, Meenu too solved this riddle in her mind and wrote the answer
58 with her finger on the vine leaf. As soon as she wrote the answer to the puzzle, the vine became shorter as it sunk into the ground. The next puzzle was something like this. Uncle quickly found the answer to the puzzle this way. 0 by adding 01 and 01. 0 adding 010 and 010. At the end, 500 added to 200 became 700. Children, remember, if any two 3-digit numbers are to be added, we have only 0 place of 10 and 1. We can quickly find the solution to that addition by adding two numbers written in the hundreds place
and adding 2 zeros behind it.
like what Meenu did. Uncle too wrote the answer to the riddle 700 on the vine leaf with his finger. And then again, the vine sunk into the ground and got shorter. Babban started solving the next riddle after seeing Uncle and Meenu doing this. This was the next puzzle. Children, can you find an easy way to solve this puzzle quickly? Come, let's do it together. We can write 128 as the addition of two numbers, 28 and 100. Now with the same process we just learned, we can write 700 by adding 100 and 600. Now it's very easy. If you add 28 to 700, you get 728. Babban wrote 728 as the answer on the vine leaf, and the vine got smaller by sinking down even further. Now there are only 3 puzzles left on the vine. Can you solve these 3 riddles in your mind and help the villagers see what is hidden in the vine? Very good, children. You have solved this very quickly. As soon as the villagers wrote all the answers to the riddles, the vine penetrated into the ground completely. There was a basket filled with lots of eatables just above the vine. The villagers were very happy to see this basket. The villagers got together and ate the eatables which were in the basket, exactly the same way as they had gathered together to find solutions to all the riddles. We saw how we can easily add numbers mentally by breaking the digits and adding them in a different way. In the next lesson, we will see some more interesting examples of this. Kids, you are having fun doing mental math, right? Let us look at some more interesting examples of addition and subtraction in this lesson. Raju and Bablu were given glasses by Jeev as gifts. Now Raju and Bablu are wearing these glasses to see what is unique about these glasses. First, Raju and Bablu reached the shop where Sher Khan is selling eggs. There they saw that Sher Khan had 30 yellow eggs and 120 white eggs. When Raju put on his glasses, he saw such a pair. There were a total of 150 eggs. By adding 120 white eggs to 30 yellow eggs, Raju started jumping with joy. Now Bablu put on his glasses and looked at the eggs, and he saw such a pair. On adding 30 yellow eggs and 120 white eggs. He got a total of 150 eggs. Now Bablu is also happily dancing. Raju and Bablu wrote down the addition on a paper as it appeared to them in their glasses. Raju and Bablu are surprised how their glasses showed the same addition in two different ways. Are both of these additions correct? We can write the sum of 120 and 30 by adding 30 to 120. We can write in either of these two ways. In this way, the additions seen in both Raju and Bablu's glasses are perfectly correct. Raju and Bablu got excited. They now decide to visit Babban's lemonade stall. There were a total of 42 lemons, out of which Babban used 12 lemons. Now Babban has a total of 30 lemons left. This time first, Bablu looked at the Babban's stall with his glasses, and he saw such a subtraction. Out of 42 lemons, 12 used limes were subtracted, and which leaves him with 30 lemons. Now Raju looked at the stall with his glasses and saw this addition. If you add 12 used lemons to 30 of the remaining lemons, then you will get a total of 42 lemons. Are both equations seen by Raju and Bablu through their glasses correct? Yes, just as we can add numbers in two different ways, we can perform subtraction using addition as we just did. Isn't it fun? Now Raju and Bablu went to the Appu elephant's sweet shop. This time, Raju and Bablu looked at Appu's sweet shop together with their glasses. But Raju looked towards Laddu and Bablu looked towards the Barfi. Children, can you fill these tables using the numbers and symbols above them? Well done, children. You have written the correct answers in this table. Raju and Bablu roamed many places and enjoyed using their glasses. You too can enjoy math using these methods of addition and subtraction. Children, in this video, we have seen some more interesting examples of performing addition and subtraction mentally. Hello children, we learned the method of adding 2 and 3-digit numbers. But what if we have to add 2 and 3-digit numbers using the carryover method? Let's find the answer to this question in this lesson. One day, Babban was wandering in the forest and regretting how he lost all the 3 wishes he had got from the genie. Then he saw a hen there. But there was something special about this hen. She was sitting on a pile of golden eggs. There were a total of 23 golden eggs. Babban was very happy and he took the hen and all the golden eggs and went home happily. Babban fed the hen daily for a week. And in a week, the hen laid another 36 eggs. Babban is thinking, how many gold eggs he has now? Let us help him. To find the total number of gold eggs, we will add 36 to 23. Do you remember you learned in class 2 about how to write two-digit numbers using the method of tokens of tens and ones? We can write 23 and 36 using tokens like this. We will first add the ones tokens. Add 6 ones to 3 ones and we get how many ones? 9 ones. Now if we add 2 10 tokens and 3 10 tokens, how many do we get? Perfect! 5 of 10 tokens. Thus, Babban had a total of 59 gold eggs. Babban gave her more grain in the following week. And the hen gave him 128 gold eggs that week. Babban started dancing happily. He started thinking that he will now definitely become the richest man of the village. Let us see how many golden eggs in total Babban has. We will add 128 and 59. First, we will write 128 and 59 using tokens. Is this correct, children? We have a total of 17 tokens of ones. Now, how do we write this? We can add 10 of ones tokens and get 1 token of tens. How many ones tokens left? We have 7 ones tokens left. We will write this 1 tens token along with the rest of the tens tokens. We can show this by writing a 1 over 2. This process is called carry over. How many tens tokens do we have now? 8. Now what shall we do in the end? Yes, we would write 1 as the total number of tokens of 100. Oh wow! Babban now had a total of 187 gold eggs. Babban now started feeding his hen with fodder. And the hen kept giving him more golden eggs. After all, Babban became the richest man in the village. Children, in this lesson, we have learned the method of adding 2 and 3-digit numbers using the carryover method. In the next lesson, we will see some more interesting examples of this. Children, do you like the rainy season? Come, let us listen to a story of the rainy season in this lesson and see some interesting examples of addition of 3-digit numbers. One day, Tinku the grasshopper was walking around playing the violin. Suddenly, he saw a herd of ants and mice. The ants and mice were carrying pieces of some food items. There were 237 ants and 153 rats. Can you tell how many total animals were there in the herd? To find the total number of animals of the flock, we will add 153 to 237. What shall we do first? 237 and 153 will be written using tokens. We have a total of 10 ones tokens. What can we do now? Yes, we will use carryover. Add 10 ones tokens and to make 1 tokens of tens. We will write this 10 token along with the rest of the tens tokens. And using the carryover process, we will show it by writing a 1 in the tens digit place. Now we do not have any ones token left. So how do we write it now? We will write a 0 for this. If we add all the numbers written in the 10-digit place, what will we get? 9. Now at the end, if we add all 100-digit place numbers,
we will get 3. Thus, there were a total of 390 animals in the herd. Tinku asks the ants why they were working so hard. But the ants gave him no answer and started picking up their food items and walking faster. Tinku was shocked for a while, then slept comfortably in the shade of a tree. The next day, the grasshopper saw more ants and rats in the herd. Now there were 359 ants and 235 rats. Let us now see the total number of animals. Come, this time we should use this token without adding it. First, we will write 359 and 235 using the places of hundreds, tens and ones like this. Is this right? What shall we do now? We will add numbers written in place of ones. Add 9 and 5, and what do we get? 14. How do we write 14 using carryover? All right, we will write 4 of the number 14 in the ones place and then carry over 1 to the tens place like this. Now, what is the total of the tens place numbers? 1, 5 and 3. 9. Now, we will add the hundreds place numbers 3 and 2 and get 5. Oh wow! This time there were 594 animals in the herd. This time, Tinku asked a rat why they were collecting food. The rats continued to walk and told Tinku that the rainy season would be here soon and they will find it very difficult to find food in that season. So the ants and the rats were gathering food for the rainy season. Tinku laughed at them and said that they were working so hard in vain. They should also dance like him and have fun. Saying this, Tinku went away playing his violin. The next morning, it started raining heavily. Tinku was very hungry and started wandering around in search of food. He then reached the house of the ants and mice. He apologized to the rat that he had learned the lesson of his carelessness. And he now knew that it is sensible to work hard. The rats gave him some food, and everyone happily started enjoying the rainy season. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of addition of 3-digit numbers. Children, till now we have learned about the addition of 2 and 3-digit numbers using the carryover method. In this lesson, we will look at some common mistakes related to it. Raju and Bablu are playing a unique game. Raju has hidden some puzzles for Bablu in the village. After solving each puzzle correctly, Bablu will reach the location of the next puzzle. There, he will find another puzzle. Once all the puzzles are solved, Bablu will find Raju's hidden object. Here is Bablu's first puzzle. Golu distributed 445 laddus to his friends on the first day and 227 laddus the next day. Golu has written the sum of the total laddus distributed here. Solve it and get your next puzzle. Is this addition correct? Yes, you have rightly found out that this addition is incorrect. Can you tell what went wrong here? Here, while writing addition of 5 ones and 7 ones as 12 ones, we forgot to write the carryover of 1. Can you write the addition correctly? We will write addition of 5 ones and 7 ones as 12 ones using carryover like this. Now what is the sum of the carryover 1 10 added to 4 tens and 2 10? 7 tens. Now in the end, how many hundreds are there by adding 400 and 200? 600. Thus, the answer to Bablu's puzzle is 672 laddus. Bablu remembered that he saw the number 672 hanging at Appu Halwai's shop. He immediately ran to reach Appu's shop. Appu gave Bablu his second puzzle. This is Bablu's second puzzle. Babban got 159 toffees and Gaggu got only 34 toffees. The sum is written here to find the total number of toffees they have received. Is this addition correct? If not, write the correct sum and reach your last location. Bablu starts solving the puzzle. To get the total sum of chocolates, 159 and 34 is written like this. Is this addition correct? No? Can you correct the mistake and write the sum correctly? While writing 34 using the place value method, by mistake, 3 of 34 is written in place of hundreds instead of 10 and 4 is written in place of 10 instead of 1. Therefore, this addition is incorrect. Children, can you solve this addition by writing it correctly? Now, have we written this addition correctly? How many ones will we get by adding 9 ones and 4 ones? 13. Now, how do we write 13 1? Yes, for 13, you will write 3 in the ones position and carry over 1 to the tens place like this. Now, how much the total of carryover added as 1 10, 5 tens and 3 10? 9. Because there is no number in the hundreds place in 34, we will write 1 in the hundredth place of 159 in the hundredth position in this way. Bablu also found the answer to the second puzzle, which is 193 toffees. Bablu remembered he had seen this number at Chanda's shop and thought that it may be his last location. With this thought, Bablu went to Chanda's shop. On reaching there, Bablu saw that Raju had hidden a cake to celebrate his birthday. Look how happy Bablu looks. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some common mistakes related to the addition of 2 and 3-digit numbers. Children, in the previous lesson, we learned the process of subtraction by writing 2-digit numbers vertically. In this lesson, we will look at interesting examples related to this. 2 birds saw Tufan Turtle thirsty near the pond below. The birds were determined to help him. They caught a wooden stick between them and told Tufan that they would drop him to the other pond. The only condition they had was that Tufan would not say anything all through the way, or else he would fall down. They had to travel a long distance, and birds thought that they would ask each other puzzles. One bird asked another, "I have 79 pearls and I gave you 48 pearls. Then how many pearls are left with me?" Tell me, children, how will the bird solve this puzzle? Yes, to know the number of pearls left, the bird must subtract 48 beads out of 79 beads. Now, if we remove 8 ones from 9 ones, then how many ones are left? 1 ones. Now, if we subtract 4 tens from 7 tens, then 3 tens are left. So how many pearls are left with the bird now? Yes, now 31 pearls are left with the bird. Well done, children. Both the bird and you have answered it correctly. Now it was the turn of the second bird. This was the second puzzle. If Bhola read 27 pages of a book and Sher Khan read 52 pages of the same book, then can you tell me who read more pages and by how many? Children, can you tell me who read more pages? Yes, Sher Khan read more pages than Bhola. Now, how will we find out that how many more pages did Sher Khan read? Subtract 27 out of 52. Now, can we subtract 7 ones from 2 ones? Now, how will we do this? We will borrow 1 tens from 5 tens. Now, how do we write this? We will show it like this by striking off 5 tens and writing 4 tens in its place. And we will add 10 ones to 2 ones like this. So now, how many ones do we have? 12 ones. Now, subtracting 7 ones from 12 ones is 5 ones. And subtracting 2 tens from 4 tens is how many tens? 2 tens. So, how many more pages did Sher Khan read than Bhola? Absolutely correct. 25 pages. Just like you, the bird has also answered the puzzle correctly. Now, the first bird asked one last puzzle. What is the number I have to subtract from 63 to get 44? The second bird was unable to find the answer to this puzzle. Upon seeing this, Tufan thought that he could show the birds that he is more intelligent than them. He immediately said, 19. As soon as Tufan opened his mouth to answer, the poor fellow fell straight down from the sky. Children, you also try to find out the answer to this puzzle and see if Tufan's answer was correct or not. Children, in this lesson, we saw some interesting examples of subtraction of 2-digit numbers by arranging them vertically. Children, in this lesson, we will see some common mistakes related to subtraction of 2-digit numbers by vertical arrangement. Champapur is hosting a contest called Who Will Be the Cleverest? The last 2 questions are left and there is a tie between Chanda and Sher Khan. Come, let's see which question is being asked right now. I will show you a question and you have to answer it in 30 seconds. Are you both ready? So here comes your question.
Babban said to Sher Khan and Chanda. Chanda and Sher Khan started thinking. The allotted time ended and Chanda and Sher Khan wrote their answers in this way. Children, can you tell whose answer is correct? Let us first see Chanda's answer. Can you tell us if this answer is right or wrong? Absolutely correct. Chanda's answer is wrong. While subtracting, Chanda subtracted 3 ones of 33 from 7 ones of 17. Is this the correct procedure? While subtracting, we should subtract the digit of the smaller number from the digit of the larger number. Did Chanda do this while subtracting? Chanda subtracted the bigger number from the smaller number. That's why Chanda's answer is wrong. Now let us look at Sher Khan's answer. Can we subtract 7 ones of 17 from 3 ones of 33? No. So what do we do now? Yes, we will have to borrow 1 tens from 3 tens of 33. Now how many ones do we have? 13 ones. Now this is very easy. If we remove 7 ones out of 13 ones, then we have 6 ones left. And by removing 1 tens from 2 tens, we will be left with 1 tens. Sher Khan has also written his answer like this. So his answer is absolutely correct. Now Sher Khan is ahead of Chanda by 1 point. Let's see what is the last question of the competition. Fill in the numbers in the blank space. You have 30 seconds for this. Babban said to Chanda and Sher Khan. Children, can you solve this question? Come, let us do it together. Can we write this question in a different manner? Yes, we can write this question in this way also. We can write any such subtraction question as an addition question like this. Now, can you solve this question on addition? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Thus, the number to fill in the blank space is 56. Chanda kept thinking, and Sher Khan wrote the answer to the question correctly just as you did. Sher Khan, who is now 2 points ahead of Chanda, has won the competition. Children, in this lesson, we saw some common mistakes while doing subtraction of 2-digit numbers by vertical arrangement.
Children, today we will learn to write any number in different ways using addition. Chanda Squirrel, Bunny Rabbit and Babbin Monkey decided to build a house in the forest. Babbin told Chanda and Bunny that they should build a house together so that their house is the strongest. But Chanda and Bunny refused and said that they will build their own separate houses. Chanda collected 83 thin twigs for her house and built her own small house. She first used 50 green twigs and 33 brown twigs, but Chanda did not like the design of the house, so she rebuilt her house using 30 green twigs and 53 brown twigs. So how many thin twigs did Chanda use this time? Chanda again used only 83 thin twigs. Yes, children, any number can be represented by the addition of different pairs of numbers. Chanda can build her house with 83 thin twigs, choosing different combinations of green and brown twigs. Can you split this number in more ways? Bunny built his house with 124 pieces of wood. He built his house using 100 pieces of black wood and 24 pieces of yellow wood. If Bunny used 80 black wood and 44 yellow wood, would Bunny still have used only 124 wood? Children, you can find the answer to this question by using the process of adding two-digit numbers. Yes, Bunny will use a total of 124 sticks using 80 black and 44 yellow wood. We can write 124 in the following ways. Babban built a very simple house using only 78 bricks. He used 50 white colored bricks, 18 red colored bricks and 10 brown bricks. Can Babban make a house with different combinations of white, red and brown bricks and still use a total of 78 bricks? Let's complete this table and find the answer to this question. Well done, children. This table is filled in the right way. Finally, Chanda, Bunny and Babban have built their houses. Children, in this lesson, we learned to write any number in different ways using addition. We will learn more about this in the next lesson. Hello children, in the previous lesson we learned to write any number in different ways using addition. In this lesson we will see some interesting examples of it. Bablu does a lot of mischiefs. He often makes fun of other children. One day an angel came in Bablu's dream and told him that if he does not stop his mischiefs, then his nose will grow longer every time he is mischievous. The next day, when Bablu woke up from his sleep, he thought that it was only a dream and he could go on doing mischiefs as usual. Bablu made fun of Raju and immediately his nose grew a little longer. Bablu got scared. Throughout the day, he kept doing mischiefs and his nose grew longer and longer. Bablu fell asleep at night, very sad. That night the angel came again in his dream. Bablu asked the angel how he can fix his nose again. The angel told him that he would have to stop doing mischiefs and would also have to answer the questions asked by the angel over 2 riddles. Only then will his nose become normal. The angel showed Bablu these numbers and said that he will have to make 71 by adding these numbers in 3 different ways. And remember, he can only take 2 numbers at a time. The next day, Bablu roamed around sad throughout the day and did not do any mischief. But he was unable to find the answer to the angel's riddle. At the end of the day, he asked Chanda for help. Chanda added 60 and 11 to make 71. Then she added 70 and 1 to make 71 in the other way. And finally, she added 21 and 50 to make 71 in the third way. At night, Bablu showed Chanda's answers to the angel. Chanda's answers were correct. The angel made Bablu's nose slightly small. This time she asked him to make 99 in 3 different ways. But this time he can take only 3 numbers at a time. This time there were more numbers and Chanda could not help him. Gaggu then helped Bablu in finding a solution to this puzzle. Gaggu made a list of what number would have to be added to get 99 from each number. Then he removed those pairs of numbers that were not in the list given by the angel. In this way, Gaggu had 3 answers to the puzzle. At night, Bablu showed Gaggu's answer to the angel. Gaggu's answers were correct. The angel fixed Bablu's nose perfectly. Bablu promised never to do mischief again. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of writing any number in different ways using addition. Hello children, in this lesson we will learn more about writing numbers in different ways. One day, Tufan the turtle saw a cave. As Tufan tried to open the door, a voice came from inside. If you want to find the treasure hidden in the cave, you have to open 3 doors. There is a puzzle on each door. When you find the right answer to the puzzle, that door will open. Suddenly, Tufan can see this question above that mark. Fill the numbers in the right places in the corners of the triangle in such a way that the addition of the numbers in each of the 2 corners is equal to the number written in between them. Tufan began to find an answer to the puzzle. First, he added 19 and 10. He got 29. Then he added 15 to 19 and got 34. Now, Tufan saw the numbers written on the side of the triangle. He noticed that on the side on which the number is 29, he can put the numbers 10 and 19 on 2 corners. And the side which has the number 34 written, he can put the numbers 19 and 15. In this way, Tufan put all the numbers in their correct places. Tufan's answer was absolutely correct. The first door of the cave opened. Now, Tufan entered the cave and saw another door. Tufan found this puzzle at the second door. Here is a windmill. Fill in the blanks on the windmill and open the next door. Let us find the answer to this puzzle with Tufan. Children, what do we have to do here? Let us first solve the addition question on the windmill. If we add 38 to 50, what will be the total? That's right, 88. Come, let's fill the blank space. Now, we will solve the subtraction question on the windmill. If we subtract 38 from 172, what will be left? Yes, we are left with 134. Let us fill it in the second blank on the windmill. Our puzzle is solved. Hey, the windmill started moving. Tufan too found the answer to the puzzle with us. The second door opens. Tufan started moving faster to reach the third door. At last, Tufan reached the third door. At the third and last door, Tufan saw this puzzle. Tufan has found the right answer to the puzzle. Now you too try to find the answer to this puzzle. The third door opened and Tufan found a lot of treasure. Children, in this lesson we have seen some interesting examples of writing any number in different ways using addition.